Yeah, we can talk about the PS5 Pro. Okay. I talked about this a bit earlier. I'll talk about it again because I need something for my YouTube. Um, because I'm probably gonna be late on that fucking deadlock video. I'll be real here. I set some expectations that I shouldn't have put, but that's whatever. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, we can talk about it. So yeah, PS5 Pro. If you didn't know, just got announced yesterday. Or today, last night, yesterday, kind of. Yeah. It got announced yesterday, and it was all fun and dandy. It's clearly going to be. It seems like it's apparently like 60% more than the baseline PS5, which is cool. It's got ray tracing and all that stuff, and that's cool. What's not cool about it is the fucking price tag. That price tag is fucking ridiculous. For an example, let me tell you how much it is. For Australians, it's $1,200. Well, sorry, actually, let me just check it. I've got it up here. Yes, $1,200 AUD. And mind you, stand and disk drive is sold completely separately. And if you want the stand and disk drive, it's going to be $50 or $49 at Big W, and the slim disk drive is $159 at JB. I've got it sold up because, well, I just do. I was talking about it earlier, and so I brought it up, and yeah, I didn't record it, so I'm just recording this. Yeah, and here's just what I think about it is, I want to make this clear. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I've been a PlayStation fanboy for an extremely long time. Um, I've been playing on PlayStation since the PS3 since I was like 3 or 2. I love PlayStation. 99% of my games are physical. Um, PlayStation's always had like a very big place in my heart. I love PlayStation, but even as a PlayStation fanboy, I would consider this is just too much money. It truly is. You know, most people aren't going to pay. And now, this is obviously, if you're like a digital only guy, then I guess you're only paying $1,450 or $1,250. Just for the stand. But most PlayStation users, they have a big physical collection, or you have some sort of physical games. This system is going to put you down $1,400, which is generally ridiculous, and it just shouldn't cost that much. Let's just be real here. Anyone that thinks that's like a reasonable price is out of their fucking mind, because that is a ridiculous fucking price. I'm not paying that much personally. You know, I just refuse to. Um, yeah, it's too much. But yeah, no. You got some PC guys, and they sit there and they go like, "Oh, but for 1,500, I can make a PC that's just as powerful." No, you can't. I'll defend that on every fucking hill. PC, like, and again, I'm going off Australian prices. I'm Australian. Um, you can't grab $1,500, or let's do Australian. You can't grab $2,000 and make a PC that's going to run 4K. It's going to run ray tracing at most likely 60. You're just not going to get a PC like that, you know? Yeah. If I actually go on Twitter, maybe I can find the exact list of its benefits and stuff. I'll just read it. Um, Definitely have it bookmarked somewhere because I bookmark everything. Um, okay, yeah. So PlayStation like officially posted this. The journey continues with PlayStation 5 Pro, largest CPU, advanced ray tracing, AI-driven upscaling, PlayStation Special Super Resolution. There's a more of a that looks weird down there. Yeah, PS5 Pro has a 67% more compute units and 28% faster RAM compared to the base PS4 5. In addition, the CPU is almost 45% faster, as well as allowing for tons of games to run at 60 FPS in fidelity mode, which, like, let's not jump around the bush. That's good. Like, 60 FPS in fidelity mode, like we could be seeing 4K 60 FPS games, which that's incredible. Anyone that says they can build a PC for $2,000 that can run better than this is off their fucking rant. Like, they're off their fucking cooker. You know, you're just not. You're simply not. If you want good parts and a good system, this is the system for it, 100%. You know, it's releasing November 7th, etc., etc. That's kind of it. There's more details. I'll just link that shit in the description. I'll just link the entire fucking video in the description, for, you know, reasons. Yeah, it's just like, you know, I'll defend it on the hill that I will always defend that you will never get a PC that'll run like a PS5 Pro. You just won't for $2,000. You're looking at a good $3,500 system, you know? Yeah, like my graphics card cost me like $1,500 and I can't run ray tracing at all on it. Like it barely runs ray tracing in the slightest. And now to be fair, it's an AMD card. I know. Yeah. But you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, nah, it's just too much money. And like, if you're upgrading from a baseline network, try again or whatever. I was just reading saying, yeah, if you're upgrading from a baseline PS5, it's still not worth it. You know, because I think the trade-in for a PS5 is like 300, 400 here in Australia. If the system costs $1,400 for everything you'll need for it, you're like, yeah, you still have to pay $1,000. That's ridiculous. That is like outrageous, you know? And like, don't get me wrong, I don't doubt this system is an extremely powerful system. I don't doubt it will be a good system. It will be a good system. I do not doubt this. Anyone that says it won't be, it's ridiculous. It will run well. It'll be a powerful system, 100%. But for its price tag, it's not worth it. The whole point of console gaming and the reason why it has a leg up always over PC is two reasons. Reason number one is, well, it's built for gaming and casuals like consoles because it's easy. You don't have to download your drives, you don't have to update them. You know, the games usually crash less usually. That's usually. Not all the time, but, you know. Yeah, it's like, okay, let's not talk about that, but yeah. You know, and it is cheaper. You're getting a powerful system that is cheaper than what a PC would be if you were to build a PC on the same level as a console. And the PS5 Pro is no understatement. It is going to be a very powerful console, and it is still going to be a really good deal for its price. But if you're upgrading from a baseline PS4 and you're a casual, you're most likely not going to see the reason to upgrade. Especially seeing as if you look at the comparisons aren't very different. I'll check that shit up on screen. The comparisons are really just the same, you know? They are arse, the comparisons. You know, you can barely tell the difference between both of them. It's like, oh wait, yeah, there's like a tiny little, like, I can't really notice the Ratchet and Clank thing, but yeah, it's impossible. It's just shitful, you know. Personally, I think a good price for the system is, and this is still extremely expensive, but I believe 900 is a reasonable price for it. And again, I'm going off Australian, you know, and some people will still disagree with me on that one. That's fine. But you've still got to remember, this is a very, very, very powerful system. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating when I say very, 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 but it's a very powerful system. It's really powerful. And even for the price it is now, you're still getting a good deal. A better deal than if you were to try to build a PC that's just as powerful as this, 100%. But for a console, it's still not worth it, in my opinion. I think a good price is $900. And $900, and it has to come with a stand. You give us the stand for free, and it's $900. You know? Yeah. In Australia, the baseline PS5 costs like, I think it's $700 or $750. Make it like $900 system, comes with the stand. And I guess we can buy the disk drive separately. That's okay. And that'll still put us down $1,050, but it won't put us down $1,400. I would rather pay $1,050. $1,050 is my limit. That's how much I'll pay for the system and the disk drive and all that stuff. That's how much I would pay for it. That's a reasonable price to me. $1,400 is way too fucking much money. You know? Yeah. It is too much money. I'll always stand on that hill. Too much fucking money. You're not going to convince me to buy it. You're not going to convince a lot of people to buy it. I hope this shit gets to Sony, and I hope they generally sit down and go, we need to change this because people do not like this, because it's just not a good decision to have it so much money. It's too much money, exactly. It's not worth it. I could ramble on all day about how much too much money it is, but I want to make this short, and then I'm going to go work on something else, another project I'm working on. But yeah, that's all good. That's just too much money. Deadlock video, I don't know when, probably Monday. I said Sunday on Twitter, but yeah, YouTubers, we don't. We're not good with dates or anything like that. I sometimes overestimate myself. But yeah, this is just a bit of filler. That's what I think about PS5 Pro. Again, ginormous PlayStation fan, but this is too much money. And I hope this message gets to Sony and they do something about it. But yeah, peace.
Okay, I want to add something. This is me, like after the part fact of making it and I'm editing this. I want to add one thing. If you look closely, you can actually see the difference in games like The Last of Us Part 2 and certain games. You can tell the difference to a certain extent. It's just not by much. I just wanted to add that quickly because I know people will mention it, like, oh, but Last of Us Part 2, you can actually see somewhat of a difference. And yeah, you can see a difference in, distance and all that stuff. The distance just isn't much. Oh, sorry, the distance, far distance, Um, it's just hard to tell or it's hard to see it. So I just wanted to add that and I want to make that clear. Um, so yeah, don't go commenting like, oh, but you can actually see the difference. It's like what I meant was the difference just isn't very much. So yeah, all good.